have loaded.
I believe we are good now. Hello everybody, welcome to BRL Breakout Racing League Tier 6 here tonight. We are at Monza for the Italian Grand Prix, and with how many drivers I see on the grid tonight, I think it is definitely set to be a cracking race. Tier 6, it's quite chaos every week, but that usually leads to some amazing battles on track and some interesting podium finishers all the time as well. I think we have quite a few new drivers here tonight. One of them I think I'm spectating now, RTR Petri. And then the Renault up top right now, Napdab. All the others seem to have raced at some point this season, as I recognize the name. You caught that too.
Yes, hello everybody. My co-commentator of Tier 3 sort introduced me with a naughty word he used. I've got the chat open, and I've just been told what the race is. It's been rain for the entire race! It's a heavy wet race! Oh no! Well, more fans. Strap yourself in. Thank you,
Yes,
Ivy.
it's quite left me speechless now, because if you thought Turn 1 was chaos enough in any other tier, add that to Tier 6, and now put a little dampness on the track, and then you get something at Turn 1. Yes. Okay, half the field retiring is what... And we already have one retiree, and that's Penny. Fortunate. Out at Ascari, which actually Petri is approaching now. Off on the right-hand side.
Oh no, I think Penny's done it where I've been to T4 race.
Well, at least they have a race now still.
True. True.
They still have a race to make things. Petri will be the first one to cross the line, set a banker time for everyone to chase down. A 1:23.3. I think we'll definitely see that bested by the end of this session. RJ on a lap, looks like.
I've got a question here. Why is there so many people still in the pits?
That's a really good question. Like, that is genuinely a good question.
T6 is
RJ's not
something.
on a lap quick time.
That's why I love
If it were me, I'd be out on track, and if I mess up and validate, I'd go straight back in the pits, considering I would have had softer selected, so I'd have 4 sets of softs for this session as well. I don't know. RJ set up purple sector 2 and then invalidated at... Or not RJ, jeez. Quick Tongue set a purple sector 2 and then immediately invalidated at Ascari. Napdab set a 22.0, 1.3 seconds quicker than Petri. I still think we'll see that bested by the end of the session. I think we'll be in the 19s, believe it or not.
I think someone could get in the 18s. Bold prediction.
I don't know about 18s. I think 19s, but if someone like Joseph gets in the 18s, I'll be shocked. to say the least. Let me pull up tires, because I don't know why people would be out on mediums right now, but yeah. I'm gonna say what TES Leclerc says. We move. Astra Racing, which I'm almost positive that's a name change, Mary Jane, as her gamer tag used to be. Opens DRS going down towards Ascari, going to try not to invalidate like Quick Tongue did just a lap ago, hitting 212 miles per hour there, as you can see on her steering wheel. Takes Ascari quite nicely. No, she doesn't. She does a Mitchie out of Ascari, and
not that quite. That was worse.
Well, she actually still has all four wheels somehow. Well, she tried to keep it. The foot. Bald guy take Ascari a lot. And they're going down to Parabolica, break around the 50-meter board. That looked quite nice as well. Quick Tongue has set a 19.8, like I expected. Bald Guy does a 20.7. Not a bad time from Quick Tongue. I don't know. With that being said, now I might believe you're correct, but we'll see. Kieran Wright goes P4. Avi invalidates out of Ascari. Yep. Next person to cross the line.
Butters went P3.
Nice. Butters goes P3's not had... I don't think he's had a podium at all this season, but he's had sparks of pace, just he's had no consistency whatsoever, and just could never finish it off. I think his teammate, Wavy, will be the next one to cross the line, so let's go on board, not on board, but let's follow him up to, for his run up to the line through Parabolica now. Gets a quite good exit out, uses as much track as possible. No DRS yet until after the line. Oh no, was he just starting a lap?
Yes.
He was on an outlap. Yes, because I have major intelligence, but let's follow along with Wavy this lap. Took a lot of curb at turn 2 that will not get him the greatest exit out of that chicane. Now through the Curva Grande, as we've seen some amazing side-by-side action there in real life and throughout this weekend as well. And that's the chicane Vettel and Hamilton collided in 2018 through the first Lesmo. Uses a little bit of curb, break around the 50 into the second Lesmo. Uses a little bit of curb there as well. Now DRS open. Hopefully the Racing Point ahead will stay out of his way. That would be Petri ahead. He misses the apex for Ascari, and he clobbers the curb and invalidates, unfortunately. Come on, Joseph, I need you to get out on track so I can do an onboard lap. Actually, I might do one with books. He is on mediums, though. Actually, Henchman. I believe Henchman got pole last week, yes? I believe. I do not remember, to be honest. Yeah, so let's go on board with Henchman for a lap of Monza. Hitting 8th gear before you even reach the start-finish straight now. Now DRS open, powering down all the way down into turn 1. You'll hit top speeds of around 215 miles an hour, breaking down into turn 1. He misses the apex of turn 1 and clobbers a lot of curb. Turn 2 will not be the greatest exit in the world through Curva Grande, and I know on controller this is one of the hardest laps to hook up. So I can tell he's on controller by his steering inputs. Misses the first apex of the second chicane as well. Going down into the first Lesmo, carries a lot of speed, good speed. Elects not to use exit curb through the second Lesmo, or as Mitchie would call them, lesbians. That will be the only reference tonight. Just like in Tier 3. DRS wide open down to Ascari. He hits a top speed of 210. Hits that apex nicely, ride the curve a little. Does not take too much curve on exit and does not get a lot of oversteer. Now going down to the Parabolica corner. You have to brake around the 50-meter board. Goes in a bit deep, actually misses that apex. 6th gear out, up to 7th gear. Where does Henchman go? He's invalidated and I have to pick that up, but it's fine.
He goes into the pits. That's where he goes.
Well, you see, I turn all the UI off, so I can't see if he invalidates, so it's fine. So, Quick Tongue is P1 still.
Soviet
Dom the Noodle P2.
has gone P8 as Petrie has his spin.
He's just having a nice picnic right now.
Well, he's trying to get disqualified in a second if he does the move, and he gets back.
I would hope he knows that he's ghosted.
And it takes up the Patron side.
Did he take out both braking boards?
I think that's about one.
Oh, he needs to keep out of the way of the Red Bull. Butters behind. And stay on board with Butters here. See what his sector split is. 610. Nice, and that Ascari chicane very nicely. Don't get too here. Seemed like a very nice, and he's already 6/10 up, so that would put him in. But can he go even higher than that? I think he can. Oh, he goes a bit 8 to the line.
P4.
P4 lost a little time at Parabolica, I believe, because he was 6/10 up. Only ended up 3/10 up. Joseph is finally on an outlap, so it'll be one to watch what he can do. Quick Tongue still P1, Dom the Noodle in second, Bug Guy P3, Aphid P4, nope, Zig P4, as I was thinking that, and then Aphid P5, Butters P6. Just a little under 5 minutes to go in qualifying, and Joseph decides not to start a lap.
He hit the wall before coming to Ascari. So he wants an end play. I was on board with him and I just heard a whack. So I don't know if he was looking at his championship lead points and just got distracted.
Well, one thing I'm not very much understanding right now, and there's a lot of times I don't understand driver's decision in Tier 6. A lot of times, but Books is on mediums. And it's full wet in the race, so
yes.
I don't think he's... Yeah, Zeno thinks the same thing. Yeah.
If it was light rain, I'd understand, because there is a chance in this game light rain can be dry tyres you start on, but if Avi was correct in being heavy rain, well, I don't know what Books is thinking.
I think Avi's pretty correct.
Yes.
I'm not gonna question Avi. He usually tells us the truth when it comes to weather forecasts here. Yes. He goes wide at Parabolica 2 using a lot of track. Only P10. And assuming the mediums are about a second slower, he could be P2 right now instead. And I don't think he'll get another lap. No, he won't. Not on softs, at least. There's no way.
Yeah, because he's not allowed to take a cheeky corner cut, so yeah, there's no way he will get back in time. Let's point out here real quick. Quick time of 1:19.8, and the pole lap in T5 just before was at 18.5. So yeah, interesting so far.
That's quite a big gap.
Yeah,
That's quite a big gap. There's got to be someone that like comes out of the blue here, right? Like
Joseph.
Oh my, I'm just seeing the cars coming out of the pit lane now and looking at this mini-map, and it looks quite congested, I think is the word to use.
It's nasty. This could be it could be a traffic jam.
Well, they have 2 minutes still to get to the line, so it's not like they left with literally 1 minute left on the clock like in Monza 2019.
And so, well, not quite Monza 2019, not quite, but
Yeah.
still kinda.
A little bit like. Drivers will still have to back off and get some space. I don't think this is the final qualifying order at all. At all. Ooh, RJ invalidated going to the line. Alright, I'm gonna spectate Joseph here.
Well, Joseph is one of the first ones that will do a lap, to be fair.
Yes. I think actually Astra Racing will be the first one to cross the line.
Well,
Says about 6/10 up.
well Joseph,
Yes.
26 forward, almost died, so I don't think we've seen Joseph on pole unless he has a miracle.
Astra P3 there. 20.4. That's more what I expected. Inchman is behind Butters right now. I think Butters is on a lap. Butters is on a lap, so Butters does not have to get out the way here. And let me go to Joseph. I'm sorry, I'm scrolling through cars so quick. You heard what Mitchie said. Might be a miracle for Joseph to be on pole, but we'll see what the rest of his lap has been like. P15 right now. P2 at the end of the lap.
That's not bad.
Wavy goes to the line. He goes P6. Dom invalidates his lap. Affid just started his lap at. No, he went up to P3.
Bald guy he proves but doesn't move up.
Butters goes to P8.
Dab.
I think Quick Tongue.
And maybe.
Oh my, 8/10 up.
Oh.
Almost 9/10 up. Takes the Scary quite nicely there.
Could this be pole?
Can Napdap get a pole? We'll see. Going down to the Parabolica corner. Break around the 50. Hits the apex decently. Uses a lot of track on the exit. Shortest route to the line. Can he go pole? And no, it's a P5. So close. There, RJ not on a lap. But beautiful AI work there. And that is quite a gap for Tier 5 to Tier 6 pole. Okay! On a lap and... Okay then, yes.
Well, that came out of nowhere.
He did, because... I remember saying about a minute ago, Affid just started his lap, but my brain didn't process at all. That would make sense. People are running heavy wet setups, more downforce.
Yeah.
Still. That extreme of downforce? 1.3 seconds. I'd say 8/10 because I'd say about 5/10 between Tier 5 and Tier 6 pole. Joseph somehow still gets P3.
Still P3, yes. Even with his terrible run out of the chicanes, he was just poor. But yeah, still P3. If he didn't bottle that putt, he probably would have got like 19.6. As we wait for RJ.
Yeah, that pole quite came out of nowhere. And there we go.
Affin on pole with a superb 19.00, and it's actually quite close between the top 7.
19.800. Yeah, top 10 within 7/10 of each other. Going through your grid really quick. Reminder, it is a full wet race. Affid P1, Quick Tongue P2, Joseph P3, Dom P4, Napdab P5, Zig P6, Henchman P7, Astra or Mary Jane P8, Wavy P9, Butters P10, Bald Guy P11, Soviet Valkyrie P12, Avi P13, Physicist P14, Books P15. I didn't see those 3. I'm looking at the stream. P15, Kieran Wright P16, Petri P.
Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
That's Robert Grosjean said famously, "It's too dangerous. Why are we out here?"
So, ladies and gents, are we ready for Canada 2011 without the red flags?
I want to point out, I'm pretty sure this is the only tier this week for Monza that has had rain. Which is interesting. So, God help us all.
I didn't see Tier 5.
No, I don't think that was wet.
So I haven't...
I don't think that was.
I
But
have no
T5,
clue.
T5 apparently had 3 safety cars. I can't speak English. 3 full safety cars. So, and Avi says we are going to beat that here in Tier 6, and I actually believe that. Who knows?
I believe that.
This could be the cleanest race of the weekend. You never know. Things could be crazy here in Tier 6.
Full wet tires. How many people hit each other on the formation lap?
Now,
Oh boy.
if it's
Oh boy, they're already going. Oh, they're already going down in the first chicane, almost hitting each other.
now,
Oh my.
this be...
And Gotti has already smashed the back of Kieran Wright, and yep. Oh joy.
So,
This is,
it's probably going to be fully wet.
we have 19 drivers now who joined. What?
Oh, Wavy joined late.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. That's
That
why.
explains why he wasn't P19, but the game put him there anyway.
Yeah.
And oh my god. Oh, we have more people hitting each other.
So, how many zero stops are we going to set?
None. Absolutely.
Oh, really?
None.
Really?
None. No.
You don't think?
Because I think that
zero stops.
no, I don't.
Oh.
I think at least one stop.
See, I don't
Why?
know.
Because the game.
I-
This is my reasoning.
Okay.
The game suggested a one stop,
Yeah,
and a
but-
lot of Tier 6 drivers. Oh my gosh.
A lot of T6
We
drivers
have-
go by what Jeff does. You say.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we have almost half the grid disqualified on the formation.
But to be fair, there's probably going to be like 10 safety cars.
Too, so I mean, we are, like I just said, we have 8 drivers disqualified on the formation lap.
And
One of them being in P2, which means they probably won't get that great of a start.
And before you start,
But
before you begin, I'm going to bold prediction Soviet Valkyrie for the win.
alright, I respect it. Affid lines up in his grid spot. Wavy lines up in his grid slot. P19 on the grid.
Hold your breath, everybody.
And yes, very much so, because if you don't hold your breath, actually if you hold your breath, you could probably hold your breath until the first safety car. You'd probably still be living.
Wow.
Just waiting for an actual camera angle. Maybe. Ah yes, this is a perfect camera angle, ladies and gents. That's better. 5 red lights ahead of the drivers, and it's lights out and a bunch of wheel spin. Already 19 drivers going into the first corner at Monza, full wet. Affid did not get that great of a start, and Quick-Tongue takes the lead, lagging actually a lot.
Oh my no.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh
there's
no.
cars
Oh
everywhere.
no.
Oh.
No. Who's in the lead? Who's in the lead?
Quick-Tongue in the
Affid
lead.
got a penalty for corner cutting. Quick-Tongue's in the lead. Napdab is P3, and there's drivers off the road in carbon
Oh
fiber
my
going
God.
everywhere. That's Joseph. Yeah, that was
is.
Joseph.
Wow.
Championship leader down in P17 after starting P3. Oh, Quick-Tongue was wide there at that chicane, and oh, this is just chaos. Nah, this is chaos.
I think Quick-Tongue's
And-
lag cost a bunch of drivers there. Wow. Start.
It might have helped him too,
Yeah.
even though he's lost quite a bit of time to Affid.
Kieran's
There's
around.
a 5-second penalty. Oh no,
This
there's
is
a
just
big
a round.
pile up at the back of the grid. RJ as well.
Heading has gone off. Kieran, I think, has gone around again. No, and there's just so many yellow flags everywhere.
Alright, I apologize if I said you can probably hold your breath until the first safety car. You would be dead right now.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not, but I'm surprised we actually have 19 drivers left in the Grand Prix right now.
Everyone's just slipping and sliding. Slipping and sliding like they went wild.
Zig is going on the outside of Napdab. Napdab closes the door shut there. Will Zig send it up the inside? No, he won't. But Books will send it up the inside. Not gonna make it work
Dom's just
right
gone
then.
off. And Zig's almost went off as well because Nav went a little bit wide. Oh, this is chaos.
I have little to say right
And it's only lap
now.
3.
3 drivers in the pits. Avi, Kieran Wright, and the henchman. All in the pits currently booked. As we saw last week at Belgium, pretty decent in the wet conditions actually. Oh, Napdab's a little wide. Onto the grass again, and he's off. He's in the gravel.
Oh. Off he goes. I think Astra's just gone off as well. Everyone's just having moments. There's cars going in the grass. Everyone's trying to make
Oh,
it.
they're going
It's
side by side into a Scary. Soviet Valkyrie and Astra. Soviet does the very smart thing and backs out of
That's
that.
a warning.
Oh, no!
And that's a whole bunch of Soviets.
The Russian almost got spun straight to where you DNF'd on.
Joseph
Tier 4?
tried to pass Soviet, but I think there's a yellow flag and got a valid pass there. But anyway,
I still don't know how we have 18 drivers going on to lap 2. Yeah, Butters gets by Astra into the first corner.
and
Oh my! This is,
Wavy and Napdab going side by side, but Wavy gets through. everybody, 1.5 seconds for quick time.
Well, I'd say Books has had quite... Oh, no. Oh, my, the second chicane. Oh, no. I think Soviet's been hit in the rear by Astra. Astra, I think, has wing damage. We'll see going through. Yes, she does. Oh, my. Wow, Butters is round! Is he? Yes, he is. Joseph's slow out of that corner, and Soviet's up to P9 now.
Somehow.
And Books is all over the back of Zig. Like, before that all happened,
yeah.
I said Books has had a cracking start to this Grand Prix, starting, I think, in P13, and he's up to P4 right now. If you wanted tires, there's tires, but they're all wet.
Yes. 6 speed. Oh, and a speeding penalty as well.
Oh, no.
I think he may have damage from somewhere.
There's position change.
And that's
actually Wavy from P19. Oh, Henchman 3 seconds as well. As I said, Wavy up from P19 to P5 right now.
Impressive.
I don't know where to look in this Grand Prix, to be dreadfully honest.
Well, my opponent's both Sig and Astra got a 5 second speeding penalty, so we could see more of that soon.
Napdab in P7 after going off the track, while in P5, Soviet Valkyrie all over the back of him. Valkyrie's a bit wide, and Joseph is up the inside and by. Valkyrie still struggling for traction. All the way to the DRS sign. Penny behind a little bit in the grass. P10 though. I believe that would be his first points of the season if he can hold on to it. Oh, Napdab's wide, and Joseph gets up to P7.
It was like 17th on the first lap. It's now 7th.
Yes. And looks like Quick Tongue right now is just silently managing this race. Let's keep in mind Affid has 5-second penalty for cutting the first chicane. I think something exactly like that happened in Tier 3.
Yes.
I think it was Aiden.
But it wasn't as chaotic
first
as what happened in Turn 1 here.
Yeah, I think everyone missed their breaking point. Books gets a 3-second time penalty. Seems to have good pace, but keeps staying on penalties. It's all for nothing. Oh no. No wing damage though, so he keeps going on. Still not too bad from being P19 on the grid. Not ideal, of course. But the thing is, you save so much ERS in the corners when it's wet that your top speed is insane going into these braking zones. Affid really squirmy on the exit there. Have a yellow flag at Ascari that usually does not mean anything good.
May have been Penny who may have had a little moment, but doesn't have damage, so...
Well, we still have 19 Tier 6 drivers whose race have all lasted longer than Mitchie's.
As we've actually got a fairway fun for P5 now. Avi, it's not even in the lobby. I didn't realise that. Or maybe he's in the lobby. My brain sometimes forgets about the ghosting for a lap down counting on this game. Oh! It's on down through P2.
Ooh, what's happened to Affid? said, he was a little squirmy on that one corner. Affid is, I think, one of the few drivers in this tier who actually runs with no assist whatsoever.
Well, there you go. That'll be me next season when I take off our assist to go down to T7. As someone's gone, who is that? Someone must have
Fake yellow flag?
No, it's Penny. Because Soviet.
Oh, that's a definite yellow flag. Petri went off. Zig is closing on him rapidly down to the Ascari chicane. Oh man, really close to the back of him.
And it's still pelting down here as Affid looks to go for the move here on Dom once again. And Books is in this as well.
Oh, the traction. Could not get the traction whatsoever. As I said, Books seems to have superb pace compared to the rest of the field right now, especially the top guys. But if he can't stay out the penalties, it might be all for naught.
Wavey's in the wall. Sorry about that. Wavey's in the wall. That'll be damage.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Let's look at fastest lap, and yeah, Books almost. Well, him and Joseph have amazing pace compared to the rest of the field right now. Almost half a second, I'd say. And yeah. See how Books does navigating his way through Affid and Dom, but with Affid being in the slipstream of Dom, I know it's really hard to overtake, especially since they all have quite high battery.
Yeah.
Because you save so much with a longer braking wheel.
Oh, it's a safety car because someone had a crash.
Oh. Have they?
Well, Penny's got no wing, has no front wing, so they decided it was a full safety car that was needed and not a virtual.
Any speeds? No, I thought he was speeding there.
And luckily,
Well, see, this is when I think people will strap on a new set of wets.
yeah. Oh, absolutely. I think if you, especially in the back, I think you definitely put on a new set of wets. It's going to be down to what QuickTime does at the front to determine what the others will do.
Well, even if QuickTime doesn't pit, I'd still pit. But it is hard. It depends on the scenario here. Because Tier 1, it's harder to overtake in Tier 1 than it is in Tier 6. And bald guy gets a drive-through. And I'm not saying that against Tier 6 drivers. I'm just saying the Tier 1 grid is just so close because drivers are, and Gotti also gets a drive-through penalty.
As Asterisk on the Inters.
Does not look like it's ready for inters, but interesting nonetheless. QuickTime's in, Dom is in, Affid's in, Books is in. No, he's not in.
Oh. And Joseph.
Bald guy is going in. Joseph's in. Butters. We'll see. Yeah, as I was saying, the Tier 1 grid is reaching peak pace. So drivers are so close to pace that it's so hard to overtake. It's like everyone has the same. Obviously, everyone has the same car, but the field's just a lot more closer in pace. So it's having to overtake like 10 of your teammates.
Good. Everyone say Tier 1. Spencer DRS trying for 27 laps. But it was an interesting race. I will give it that. I will give it that. It was an interesting race.
Like getting wing damage on lap 1 and having to just sit in 10th the whole race. Yeah.
Physicists stayed out and books, so there you go.
Well, I believe everyone's pitted but books and physicists, yes.
Kieran and Avi as well, but Kieran Avi pitted earlier for damage anyway, but yeah.
Napdab has got a drive-through. Let's pull up these penalties since... Okay. Don't whine at me for tires. Everyone has wets, but Astra, okay? That's it. We're going to penalties. Oh my gosh. So we have a few penalties, including 4 drive-throughs.
Good ball guy. That's a shame. That Teddy, Andre, all have to take that drive through at the end of the safety car.
Ouch. Well, I expect another safety car. Not gonna lie.
I'm secretly hoping Brooks just doesn't go to the line, but that's just me.
Well, if we're looking at fastest lap right now, obviously they're not going to do the exact fastest lap every lap. Yes?
I don't know if you... chat maybe help me here, but I swear QuickTime was ahead of Dom, and Dom's just passed QuickTime under safety car. T6! Always fascinating, as physicist is actually around and in the wall.
Well, if he gives the position back on the restart, nothing will be done. Because at that point, it's a game glitch.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, there's another 5-second penalty.
And I think it's definitely not time for Richards because Astra is absolutely struggling on them. And gets that 5-second penalty for the trouble. Oh dear.
I think there's been more speeding in the pit lane. Okay, retires. Disastrous day for the McLaren crew. Avi is well a lap down.
As Fifth fan goes into a 5-minute roundabout and don't retire the pairs. I'm kidding.
What? Where did that come from?
Well, if you watch Team Free commentary, that's all we talk about sometimes.
Oh no, I'd go on a rant about retiring in the pits, as in you should retire in the pits.
Well, I mean, I don't know why Astra retired the pits anyway.
You're talking about the never give up mentality.
Yes!
See, I keep that mentality until I get lapped. So if I were Abby, I would retire.
I
think...
But just remember, if you're a league racer, don't intentionally retire on track, please don't. Or you will be heavily slapped on the wrist.
I think more than heavily slapped on the wrist. Yeah, well, if I were Avi, and I knew I had pace right now, it might not be completely over. If I can get by books, which probably won't happen because his fastest lap is 3 seconds slower than his, then we'll see what happens after that. Because then I'd be back on the lead lap.
Yeah.
But if this game were actually semi-realistic, we'd know that Avi would be let through and then catch up to the back of the field once again.
Yeah, that should be a thing. You should be allowed to allow that. You know, a few people in iRacing will know about that for the Indy 500. Shout out to those people that do that race this week. But yeah, that should be a thing in this game. Absolutely.
So I'm looking at these fastest laps, and yes, I'm almost positive that Quick Tongue was in front of Dom because those were the times I were comparing safety car in this lap. Book's fastest lap is almost 8/10 quicker than Quick-Tongue's, which obviously is not going to be 8/10 quicker each lap, but overall pace seems to be advantage Book's right now. And keep in mind, Bald Guy, Napdab, RJ, and Gotti all have to serve their drive-through penalties after this safety car restart. Book surrounding the Parabolica.
It's gone.
And he's gone. 1.3 seconds.
Almost could be 1.5. Wow.
And Dom will probably need to give that position back to Quick Tongue. I wish someone would tell him that. Soviet Valkyrie and Butters.
Oh my!
Oh wait, whose round is that? Joseph? That's Joseph's round.
What is happening there?
Looks like he's been hit in the rear. He has damage too. Oh no, the championship leader.
It's like 3 or 4
Massive
cars.
contact somewhere.
3 or 4 cars for the turn 1 and Joseph was around, so don't know what's going on there. Oh no, there's more chaos. This has gone off. They're 2-1.
Books has lost some serious time to Dom right now. He's 1.3 up the road. He's only 7/10 up the road now. Let's do interval, not leader, thank you.
Cars are just going off left, right, center. Nadab's in the wall and hold it off. Get back on track. There we go. Hold it off. Oh. And everybody is just trying to hold on in these wet and wild conditions.
Well.
Yes, well.
Oh, Book's got another 3 seconds somewhere. He has 6 seconds worth of penalties now. As I said, it looks like he's got pace, and that's Napdab again. Yes. Well, for Renault-powered cars in this game, it's not going so well for them right now.
Oh my god, Soviet just almost went off into the pit wall. My goodness me. Everyone's just trying to hold on here. Butters now.
Physicist and Butters. Butters gets through on Physicist. Soviet Valkyrie into turn 1. Zig right behind her.
Just hear the power.
One thing
Let's see there.
Yes. Ooh, is Soviet gonna go for a move around the outside of Curva Grande on Physicist? Side by side, going into the second chicane. They're side by side. Whoa, Soviet's got the move done. I feel like that was fair and square. Maybe gave a little push. But there was no contact. I think Physicist had the right to back out there. Because Soviet had the inside.
Physicist. The right hell. Wow.
Ah, well, Bald Guy still needs to serve.
Yep.
So does RJ and Napdab. Oh, Soviet's off the road at Ascari.
Well done though.
Petri looks to the inside of Physicist, who seems to be struggling right now. They go side by side around Parabolica. Physicist has to concede, and that will leave him under pressure now from Kieran Wright. And if this game can actually give me a camera angle, that's a lot better. Kieran Wright. Oh, that is something we need to see. Oh, Book's in the slipstream here. Will he send it down the second chicane? No, he won't. He'll stick behind for now. Oh, he gets hit. Oh, the switchback by Books there. I looked back, and because I hadn't actually properly switched to Dom yet, it went back to the midfield fight, unfortunately. So did he get hit at that second chicane?
No, just went off.
Just went deep, okay.
Yeah.
Kieran Wright, 3 second time penalty.
Oh, small cars, Kieran Wright's off. Fist and Henchman now goes through in the top 10. As Penny, I don't know what Penny's doing, but anyway. Sato gets disqualified.
What? Kieran Wright's off the road. I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore.
Well, you have one. Can I just say, good luck to you and Leclerc next week in Singapore heavy wet.
Oh.
Good luck if that happens.
It's been wet the last 2 weeks, Mitchie. It's been wet the last 2
Oh, and Henchman the Petrie. My God. Henchman through.
Petrie's, oh my. Petrie's in the slipstream. Oh, he hits the back of him. Is he going to pull out of the slipstream this time? Yes, he does. Side by side into turn 1. Did I just see some carbon fiber ahead of me?
Well, wait.
Someone cutting the first chicane.
Maybe he was trying to go for a move on after and just held back. What happened to the leaders just before his Kieran Wright take their drive-throughs, and one other car also Kieran Wright gets a tyre change.
Well, like I said, I quite don't know what to say anymore.
No.
With this race?
7 seconds between Avid and Quick-Time. My God.
I do find that just a little bit surprising. Oh boy.
So
somehow RJ still has a drive-through that's lasted this long.
this long, yeah. That's interesting. Again, chat T6. As one guy looks for the midfield Petrie, and will get it done. As they saw this small chaos. Oh no, it's just petty. Calm down, Mitch. Don't get too excited.
Well, as you said, ball guy gets through on Petrie. And we, that'll get you disqualified.
Well, fans, just when Michael Massey tells you to come in for a drive-through, you take it. Wow. As our Dom has actually gotten back under a second of Books, so it's not exactly over between the two, but again, Books has 2 penalties. So, Dom's...
Books and 9 laps older tires.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, Books
Which
hasn't
definitely
pitted,
will not
so...
be helping him.
Books hasn't pitted, so...
Only one not to pit this race.
Oh
no.
It's done it out of a scurry, and it's a safety car.
It's a safety car. We'll see. We're spectating Joseph on the right-hand side.
Yep. Left side, actually.
Left hand. Okay.
So
The car's already disappeared now.
Yeah, it's the left side, so just lost it. Which is very easy to do. We've all done it before, as Henchman's gone the Inters.
We've all done it before.
We have, though! Everyone's done it there before. Okay, Mr. T1.
just not all in a league race. Oh, huh. Apparently Titan gave you a lot of slack on Saturday night about that.
Rick had to mention it on stream.
Well, I think Titan said that on stream, and then Rick decided to read out loud that comment.
Yes. Oh dear. You see how calm I am about it after literally a couple of days. What happens?
Henchman's on Inters.
Yes. And a drive-through. Oh my.
And a drive-through.
my fellow Aussie henchman, put your glasses on. You've done it twice.
Books comes in. Does he speed? Did he get a second drive-through?
Books is in. Yeah, he got a second drive-through. Well, he has to be taking the piss, surely. Surely.
He's going super slow right now.
Maybe he's just realised what he's done. Maybe
3 drive-throughs. He's got to go through the pits 3 times. He's got to be so close to disqualification. Has to.
Oh, Henchman. Henchman's if you want to say, I love you, Henchman. Henchman's a good guy. But,
Joseph has kind of been saved from this safety car. He was 20 seconds off of Bald Guy, and now he's going to be in P9 right in the thick of it. If I were him, I might have pitted there, but it's fine. He's still got fresher tires than all but one driver ahead of him. And there goes Physicist with another penalty. Hey, Soviets in P6, it can still happen.
That's gotta be good. I don't know. I mean, he was going very quickly. I hope it was a drive-through, a glitch, but I've never heard of a glitch like that at all, so I don't know.
So where's Zach bragging about his Red Bull cars being 4 and 5? RJ's left.
So we saw last safety car restart how crazy it was, so I think we're about to see even more craziness. Henchman and this is both on the into, so I'm interested to see if they get any advantage out of that, but I don't think they will.
It's gonna take a little while for this pack to bunch back up. Maybe at the end of lap 20. Maybe, because I don't think it'll be at the end of this lap. If they allow everyone to catch up. Has Abby got his lap back?
No.
No. Physicist is the last car on the lead lap. Napdab has left the session. Physicist has almost spun it through Ascari. Almost did a George Russell under safety car conditions.
Anyone could still win this.
Yes.
I mean,
and with every safety car that comes out, I feel like it's less and less likely to be Books. Even with his pace, and it's just the penalty. Less than 10 laps. Most likely will be 7 laps when the safety car comes in. I don't think it'll be this lap. I think it'll be next lap.
Yeah, I think it'll be next lap.
I think Physicist might be better to have the AI drive. He's struggling so much on those enters right now.
Entrance actually not doing that bad. Actually, it's actually not doing that bad. But to be fair, we are under safety car.
I still don't think it's enter conditions.
Well, and especially when Henchman has 3 drivers to take. Literally. Oh dear, well, I'll tell you what, we're seeing a crazy week at Monza, and God help us all when we get to Singapore in a few days' time.
Might randomly get a sore throat for Singapore.
You either love it or you hate it, and I hate it. Thank God you're still around so much on the street.
Oh no. Oh, you didn't have to remind me of the pain I have to suffer through on Saturday night.
Oh dear. Well, me too, but at least I've got Reef James to help me with that one.
Well, you...
What we said.
Have you ever had the feeling, I know you're on pad, but you know pad traction at a high level is genuinely a thing on the starts, right? So, when you lined up 5th on the grid, and you have Perandi, B-Dunk, and Ryan, all 3 behind you, all 3 of them on pad, you know you're going to get swamped down into turn 1, and there's nothing you can do about it. That is exactly what happened on Saturday night to me.
Well, we'll stop that. We'll talk about Sydney for later, because I think we're about to see a 10-car pile-up.
Would not be surprised.
It's between Dom and Quinton, I think, now.
I wouldn't count Wavy, Butters, or
True,
Valkyrie out
true.
of it, though.
Everybody, settle yourself in.
Oh boy, he really slowed down the pack in this last corner. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Here we go. Oh boy.
Wavy's got a better. Oh no, he's hit the brakes. Oh god.
No,
Butters, look at Butters!
That's
Look at
wide.
Butters! He just flew through the pack there.
That's what that type of restart
no.
can do.
Oh no.
AB
Oh,
says
Butters
thank you
sends
very
it
much.
down the inside. It's
Valkyrie!
someone. There's contact. Valkyrie's in the
There's
middle.
just cars everywhere.
Oh no. Oh no.
I was
I cannot
literally,
see. I
literally,
cannot see.
I was on
Oh, it's
board.
Belgium. Oh, it's Belgium.
6 goddamn inch, I think. Oh my goodness me. I was on board with Valkyrie and all I saw was just cars.
Me too.
Yeah, what is this P2? Oh, one
He's got an absolutely cracking safety car restart.
Looks is gone, physicist is gone off as well. Oh dear.
Oh boy, look at this. Who has the freshest tires out of the top 5?
Who can just hold them game here?
So who has the freshest tires out of this top 5 here?
That'd be Joseph.
I knew we'd see him again sometime this race.
Wow. Look at this. It's now lap 22. The 2 Red Bulls up there.
Dom has pulled a 2.2 second lead in a lap.
That's now quick time. No. Thought about it. Wavy's behind. Almost into that.
Wavy.
And now
Oh,
Avi
man.
is now trying to get unlapped here from these cars. This is going to cause a little chaos. Oh, Wavy's almost gone into the wall. What Wavy did about a couple laps ago earlier in the race. My God. And now Joseph has caught up to this top 5 pack. Oh my goodness.
Oh, the Soviets off in the background. She's got him back on track without damage, I think. Hitchman isn't doing too bad, as you said, actually. Not doing horribly. Oh, boy. Oh.
Still
Kieran
has
Wright
to,
was off.
still has to take those 3 drive-throughs unless it's a glitch. But I think Joseph's going to be one to watch here because Joseph's clawing down here on Wavy. Wavy actually made a mistake out of Fitzcari, so Joseph should take the fall.
Goes to the inside of Parabolica. Who breaks later? Joseph does. And he takes that position nicely through the Parabolica corner now. Can he defend from Wavy behind, who's in the slipstream? Derating actually now. deploying ERS. Will he send it up the inside of the first corner? He's gaining on Joseph. Will he do it? Will he pull out to the right? No, he doesn't. He actually sticks behind right now, and Joseph will be set now to chase down Quick Tongue. He did go a little deep in that chicane, though.
That's almost scrap between this well, Sig, effort and Books behind. And, oh, Books settled an effort, and Books almost went around. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Affid's lost traction into the wall. No damage somehow. Might be light damage. Butters has gained about a half a second on Dom this lap, and Quick Tongue is all over the back of Butters. Butters is a bit wide at Ascari. Quite a lot of bit wide, and Quick Tongue, I think, will say thank you very much for the free position down into Parabolica. Joseph seeing that fighting ahead will keep him encouraged to get a podium this race somehow.
Yep. Somehow. Some way. After being spun like twice. Oh, and Quick Tongue. He's got Joseph to come through for being free.
Well, is Joseph gonna look around the outside of Curva Grande? No, he won't. Is Quick Tongue gonna look down the inside of Butters? No, he thinks better of it. Oh, he does hit the back of Butters, and Butters is round.
And Joseph says thank you very much. Wait if he comes through. No.
Dom is just rubbing his hands together. 5 seconds out in the lead now.
Oh, you gotta feel for Butters there. What's the podium position?
Just seems like he can't catch a break.
And then Joseph somehow might get P2 in this race. Wow.
Well, I think he's already in P2 after that incident.
And Bald Guy, who's going to drive for it, maybe get a top 4. Well, we'll get...
Well, he's definitely going to get... Yeah, I'll get a top 4 at this rate because the 2 in front of him have penalties.
As now Dom crosses the line, we will have no more safety cars.
Thank God.
As Afford does the fast stuff of the race after spinning just before. My God!
Well, if Joseph does the same thing to Quick Tongue as what Quick Tongue just did to Butters, things could get even more spicy. There's penalty situation. If Wavy gets close enough, he might be able to take a podium after Stewart's inquiries, because I think that is almost a slam dunk penalty for Quick Tongue, hitting the back of someone and spinning them round.
Butters gets
Butters,
the time.
Can we get an F in the chat for Butters, please? Everyone just an F in the chat, please. Man's been in a podium position so many times this season and hasn't got one. Let's get an F in the chat.
Joseph just not quick. Not quick. Of course he's quick. I mean, he's just not there enough at the moment on Quick Tongue. I think things are actually settled for now.
Yeah, I think Dom's just
taking
settling in.
Yeah.
Yeah, taking it easy. No need to take a risk. You got a 4.5 second gap to manage over the next 2 laps. No penalties, and you have got the win of the Italian Grand Prix. Quick Tongue P2 right now. But I think that will be quickly relegated down to at least P3 after Stewart's. Phantom, I wasn't commentating. That's where your F went.
As
Quality band.
for the move on Books.
Round the outside. Is he going to send it down the inside? No, he won't. Books breaks later.
Oh, quick time has a moment, and Joseph's all over it.
Oh, and when you mean all over him, you mean all over him. He's not using much battery this straight. As I said that, he just activated it and drained it. He'll need all the deployment he has down the main straight if he wants to even have a chance of getting by him.
Beautiful.
So right here, I wouldn't really use much. I think he might have a chance here.
Let's give that a good run here. Yes. Dom gets the fast start of the race.
Who said that he's gonna just chill back? Yeah.
Here he comes.
Joseph.
It's on
The slipstream. ERS deploying. It's as late as he can.
A good exit out of here, which QuickTime does not. ERS, and then try to see if he gets the move coming up here. Oh, here he comes.
Joseph's gonna look to the outside.
Things better off it.
It's not gonna happen. Behind him, Books and Wavy. Books can't do anything. Oh, Wavy gets a bit of a tank slapper there. Is Books gonna go for... Nah, there's no way he can send it into the first Lesmo.
Oh, Joseph did not get a good exit, so that might be P2 done and dusted, but there's still a scurry to come.
Well, the exit of Ascari still is very crucial. He didn't get a good exit out of there either.
Dom's coming around the last
That
corner.
might be it. Dom into the Parabolica corner. Very easy on the power now. On his way out. Ready to take his first win of the season. He wins the Italian Grand Prix here in Tier 6. QuickTime will take P2 on the road. Might be relegated to P3 later. Joseph picks up a podium. Wavy, no, Bald Guy P4 here. Wavy P5, Affid P6, Books P7, Butters, after being in a podium position, P8, Zig P9, Soviet Valkyrie. Hey, I guess you predicted the finishing position of Soviet Valkyrie with an extra 0. Yeah,
As we wait for Henchman after taking 3 drive-thrus.
Oh, he's still in front of Abby somehow.
Wow.
Crazy race, banger of a race. Yes. We take those.
That was a fascinating one, to say the least.
Soviet Valkyrie got 10th by, or I should say Zig got 9th by only a 10th and a half.
Wow. Wow.
Affy got P6 by only 7.5 tenths, and Henchman picks up another 10.
Oh my.
Absolutely slams the inside wall in frustration. Wavy picks up driver of the day, starting at the back of the grid. I don't know, who would say is your driver of the day?
I'd give it away as well. Pretty well. Got for the pack.
I'm thinking, give it to Dom. Not gonna lie, this winner. I don't think I remember him outside of the top 3 the entire race. I honestly, I don't remember QuickTime out of the top 3 either, but yeah. One ended up P1, the other one hit someone in the rear, so.
that was definitely something. That race.
Definitely.
And,
Bald Guy ends up P4 after starting P10 as well. Looks like everyone else but the top 4 had penalties. Or they DNF'd. Yes, they did. Finish off your points positions. It's Wavy, Aphid, Books, then Butters, Zig, and then Valkyrie rounds up the top 10. AlphaTauri, Haas, and then Alfa Romeo. Okay.
Right.
Let me remember that.
Well,
I'll let you start off.
I'll start with
Joseph.
Joe, and you did top 2 to P3, third to third. That race, you're 13th, 14th, 8th, 9th, 7th, 6th, every position you could possibly imagine. Talk us through it, especially some of the incidents that were in that race.
Yeah. Starting off at lap 1 with that doozy there at the beginning of the race, so like a race down at 1. I would know what happened. I saw somebody get into the back of my teammate, and I got up by my teammate because he got pushed by somebody in the room. I have no idea who it was. I might have to go back after this and look at the replay and see what happened. But yeah, that happened. Had a legal overtake apparently on my own teammate. And shortly back to like 10th, 11th, something like that, somewhere like outside the points or right inside the points. And it wasn't really a challenge, really getting through the traffic at the beginning because it's somewhat clean and fresh tires. So that wasn't really much of an issue at all. But I had another incident. I think it was coming off of another safety car, and I just had a horrible run out of what's that final quarter again? I'm blanking out right now. Yeah, parabolic. I had a really bad run out of parabolic because my tires were really just freezing cold, and I don't know. I got struck by a Renault and completely spun out. Had a lot of wing damage, and it's just so unfortunate that happened because we were going to be on provisional like 4th because Bald Guy had the drive-through. But yeah, made my way back up to the field after that because another safety car came out, and I mean, I'm glad that I'm even on here because there was multiple times throughout this race I didn't think I was like probably just like 1, maybe 2 points like at fastest lap, in which I didn't, but it didn't really matter now because I'm I'm with you guys here tonight, which is good because more points and actually just being able to go through all this trouble and everything, it just rebound back up to the third. It's just, I guess, amazing for me. Kind of not really an ideal race, but I mean, I'll take it. I'll take whatever I have to get.
Well, in terms of your championship, you extend your championship lead over Bald Guy and Books. Actually, yeah, you extend your championship lead. I think Bald Guy finished right behind you, so you extend it by 3 points, but every point counts, of course. Next up will be Quick Tongue, and it'll probably still be a podium either way. P2 right now. As I said, I think you and Dom were the only two to actually be in the top 3 basically the entire race. So just talk us through your race, and then talk us through that one incident with Butters where you hit the back of him right there. Still managed to hold off Joseph to the line and take P2 on the road. The awkward silence ensues. Alright, so I don't think we're gonna get Quick Tongue right now. Joseph and Dom, you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
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 All right. So we'll skip Quick Tongue right now and go to our race winner. Dom, as I just mentioned, you and Quick Tongue were basically the only ones to stay in the top 3 the entire race. Your first podium of the season, your first win of the season. I think this is your 4th race, BRL Tier 6 this season. Taking the win tonight, full wet, tricky conditions, and at the end it seemed like a smooth ride in those final few laps, but it was anything but that to get there. I'm sure you'll agree. Quite a chaotic race behind you, but being up front definitely helped you stay out the chaos and take a 5-second lead in those final laps. And like I said, you and Quick Tongue were the only ones to stay in the top 3, but one of the drivers won and the other ended up hitting the rear of someone. So yeah, talk us through that, or your perspective of that chaotic race.
So at the start, turn 1, running down, had an Alfa Romeo either side of me, got sandwiched between those two. Lost the front left side of my wing, held the damage out until the first safety car pitted then. After that, it was just lap after lap after lap of just consistency. TS Leclerc, who also races in BRL Tier 3, I believe, something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, he was in my ear the whole time, making sure that I knew what was going on with the weather and stuff like that, and he was really good. He gave me brilliant advice the whole time, because I was wondering whether to go into the inters or not. But yeah, like you said, once I got out in front, it was just plain sailing. There's an incident on the safety car where Quick Tongue had really backed up away from the safety car, and it said pass, and I kept getting deltas on and off, and they kept flashing red and disappearing, so I just decided to pass, stop that from happening. And I was like, well, the game has told me to. I'm going to get a penalty if I don't, by the looks of it, so I might as well pass. Yeah, no, it was. I needed to find a rhythm with my tyres, because the first couple of laps I kept burning them out, just trying to move the water. But once I got another set of tyres on, and I found out roughly on my pedal where the limit was for traction, yeah, I managed to keep the tyres decent to come towards the end. Safety car restart as well, that was frightening. Quick Tongue kept getting really close to my back end, thought we were going to have an incident there. But yeah, I mean, we've seen a few times. I mean, still being my first one, that I can command a safety car restart pretty well.
Well, this isn't the first time I've spoken to you on the podium this season, but this will be officially your first podium, because you've lost it after some post-steward inquiries. So yeah, but your first podium is your first win, so congrats on that.
Yeah,
and
I'd also like to say a couple things. First of all, like I said, TS Leclerc, nice to shout out to him. Without him, I probably wouldn't have stayed out. Weirdly, I'm not as nervous and shaky as I thought I was going to be. A week back, I raced at Baku, and it was like my first podium in league racing ever, and my heart was pounding. I had a headache when this was like the last couple of laps, and this one, as soon as the safety car went in, I just felt fine. Also, yeah, as you mentioned, this is officially my first podium. Officially my first win in BRL. I just want to say to Old Guy, you're not taking this one from me, mate.
Well, Quick Tongue, are you here now?
I don't know, am I?
Well, I hear you now, so I'll go to you. Second place on the road. Yeah, I don't have much time left now, just a few minutes, but Let's get your perspective on that race, and then also your perspective on your incident with Butters with just a few laps remaining.
Well, it was a miracle. Let's just put it that way. I'm not usually getting on the podium, so that's pretty nice. I really feel bad about touching Butters. That was my tires were cooked, and I was braking hard, and I just barely touched him. But in the wet, that took him out, and that was a real shame. And I had a great qualifier, and just real surprised I was up high. I guess everybody was on some super wet setup, so getting a great start, coming out of that first corner, avoiding carnage, and then after that it was just like the guy before me said, it's your heart's racing and your hands are sweaty, and it's just like, oh, am I gonna make it? I felt good, but it was fun racing. Being on the podium is a good thing. We'll see if it happens.
I think even if you get a penalty for that incident, you'll still end up on the third step of the podium. So either way, it will still be your first podium this season, I believe, as well.
Yes.
So yeah, congrats to you as well. 2 first-time podium sitters alongside a regular to the podium, Joseph, tonight, and he is still your championship leader. Extend his lead in the championship by 3 points next week. Mitchie said it multiple times on the stream. You either love it or hate it. It will be the Singapore Grand Prix, and if it is as wet as it is tonight, I might have to grab a case of energy drinks. Yeah.
I think I should have had it
So yeah, we'll see you all in a week's time for the Singapore Grand Prix.